Hey guys, so in today's DIY, I'm going to show you how to make this fun perler eyeball necklace. Now obviously I'm not putting this with a makeup look or a costume this week, but I thought this was something fun that somebody could make to wear, or you could give it as party gifts if you do a Halloween party. Just something fun and funky and for Halloween that you could wear, or if you like it enough, you could wear all year round, because I think this is super cool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go straight to the DIY. For this DIY, you're going to need perler beads, silver chain, a piece of parchment paper, and a square pegboard, as well as tweezers, which of course are optional, 2 needle nose pliers and a pair of round nose pliers, a spring ring and holder, along with jump rings. And of course, you're going to need your iron. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start clearing my workspace here. And I'm going to start with the outline of my eyeball. Now I found this lovely design on Pinterest and thought it would be really fun and cool to make for the Halloween season, because, you know, eyeballs are awesome and turning them into necklaces just makes them even more fun. So I'm just copying the image here that I had, and I'm just going to make the outline of my eyeball first before I go inside and I start making the iris next. So once I'm done with my black, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull my blue out, and I'm using 2 different shades of blue, one to kind of highlight the area and then the darker blue for the actual eye color itself. Now I realized about halfway through doing my blue iris that I kind of counted wrong in putting it together. So I had to go back and I had to fix it and readjust it. But that's all part of learning how to make something new. You mess up and then it's easy to fix. So I'm just going ahead and I'm filling in all of my dark blue here so that I can have a nice pretty dark blue iris for my eyeball. And I've only used a few of those light ones, just enough so that you could show where the light was hitting it. So then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to fill the rest of my eyeball in with my white perler beads, just so that it looks more like an eyeball. Now, the fun thing about this is that you can take this design and you can turn it into a red eyeball, you can turn it into a green eyeball, you can make the white part of it yellow and the iris part of it maybe a red, just to kind of give it more of a scarier feel to it if you wanted. But I just decided to go with a traditional eye because I liked the effect of having just a traditional eyeball hanging around my neck. I thought it was pretty cool. So once it's all filled out, you just take your iron and we're gonna go ahead and melt it down. You wanna make sure that your iron is preheated before you do this step, because if not, then you'll have to sit there and wait for it to heat up. And of course, you wanna set your iron to the cotton setting while you're melting all of these down. So I just do the sweeping and rotating motions so that I get a nice even melt on each side. You want to make sure to let it cool down before you flip it over to do the other side, because if not, you're going to have a problem and it's just going to melt down too much and it's going to look weird, and that would not be good. So once it has been ironed on both sides and cooled down, you want to pick which side looks the best to you. It's going to be different for each person as to how you want it to look. But once you pick the side that you like the best, you're just going to take those round nose pliers and you're going to poke a hole in the top of it, just enough to get your jump ring through, because those holes melt down, they won't be big enough, so you will have to make them bigger. So we're just going to take our little jump ring and we're going to open that up with our 2 needle nose pliers. And we are going to feed that through the hole that we just made in our little perler creation. So as long as you've made the hole big enough, you shouldn't have any problems getting that through. And then you're just going to close it up, and I like to overlap it a little bit just to make sure that it's nice and secure. And then I also like to press it together to round it out, just to make sure that it holds its shape. once I'm done fiddling with it. So once I'm done doing that, I take my needle nose plier and I tuck that end into the Perler creation itself, just so that nobody can see it, and that also helps to keep it more secure. So I'm going to take my silver chain, and I'm just approximating how long I need it to be. You can always measure it, or if you find out that you made it too short, you can always go back and add more links to it. So I approximated how long I wanted it to be, and then I went ahead and I separated the chain, and I opened that up and separated it. While I had that open, I took my spring ring and I added that part to one end, and then I fed it through my little jump ring on my eyeball here. And then once that was fed through, I just put the little eye pin on the other side of the spring ring, and I attached that to the other side of my chain. So once you get that attached to the other side of your chain, just go ahead and close that up, and then your eyeball necklace is ready for you. So here's an up-close look of how your eyeball should look once you're done. If you want to, you can pause the video here and just copy off of this. It's a pretty fun and simple little Perler DIY, but I thought it was great and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that DIY. Like I said, I will not have a makeup video to go with this one for this week, because this is just something fun that you can do to get into the Halloween mood, or just something fun that you can wear at work if you can't dress up or have full face makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter so that you can read about and see all the fun stuff that I'm doing in between my filming. And also make sure to like me on Facebook and hit that subscribe button so that you can see all of the fun filming that I'm doing for Halloween and all of my awesome videos this year. And of course, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video and if you like Halloween videos, because I love Halloween videos. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.